From London West.
Thank you, Speaker. Again, to the Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Development, I want to share what students are telling us about their experience after this 5-week strike. Faye, a student at Humber College, said this of the $500 hardship fund cap. Quote, I think the plan is absolute rubbish. That's barely 2 weeks reimbursement of program fees for domestic students. She said, mostly, we the students just feel like we're getting screwed. Speaker, can the minister explain?
Stop. By way of explanation, you cannot say directly what you said indirectly. I'm going to ask you to withdraw. That's not parliamentary language.
Withdraw.
Carry on.
Speaker, can the minister explain why her government is offering students such unacceptable options?
Thank you. Minister.
Speaker, I could quote again what the Coalition Alliance said about the hardship fund. I can't imagine that the member opposite is actually attacking the CSA for their support in the development of this fund, Speaker. I can tell you that this is the first time in the history of strikes in the post-secondary education that this kind of fund has been established. It was established with students, Speaker, and for students. And I just want to go back. Just remember, if the NDP had their way, they have said they would not have ordered them back to work, Speaker. They would still be on strike. Those costs would still be adding up. Time and time again, the NDP blocked the legislation that would have gotten students into the classroom even more quickly.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. As the minister knows, there is already a severe lack of campus mental health supports, and the stress of this strike, the stress of being forced to either drop out or cram 5 weeks of coursework into 2 is too much for some students. One of the students who contacted us said, I'm scared about how it is going to be at college this week. I'm scared about seeing mental breakdowns in the hallway, people being angry, and negative energy surrounding the school. I'm scared about everyone's mental health and overall well-being. Speaker, students should not feel scared to be back at school because of the stress that they have experienced. Will this minister actually listen to what students are saying and direct the colleges to provide additional emergency mental health supports on Ontario college campuses?
Question. Thank you. Minister.
Well, Speaker, once again, it's just as astonishing that this newfound concern for students and the impact of the strike on students. That is exactly why we took action to get students back to class. This has been very, very difficult for students, for faculty members, Speaker, for employers in the community who are looking forward to having those students working in their organizations. The strike was tough. It had a big impact. We're doing everything we can to support students to get back into the classroom and back on track for their careers.
Thank you. Final supplementary.
Speaker, clearly this Liberal government's plan to get students back to class seamlessly is not working. As the minister knows, students are anxious about the stress of managing a compressed semester and the
We're in warnings. The member from Trinity Spadina is warned. Carry on.
Students are anxious about the stress of managing a compressed semester and the lack of any other good options. Samantha, a student at Fleming College, said this, yesterday I had classmates crying and general anxiety and uncertainty. A lot of us are thinking of dropping out. Everyone I have spoken to feels like there is no good option here. I don't think anyone knows how to handle it. Teachers are trying. Speaker, will this minister direct colleges to offer students the supports they need so that they can feel confident in their ability to finish the semester?
Question. Thank you. Minister.
Speaker, that is exactly what colleges across this province are doing. They are well aware of the difficulty that students are facing as a result of this strike. They are doing everything in their power, with increased funding from the province, Speaker, for mental health services on campus. They are really focused on the success of the students. And I would just suggest that the member opposite stop feeding the narrative that students should quit. Students should not quit. They should be focused on getting back. They should be supported in getting back. And for the member opposite to keep talking about why they should quit is very disheartening for me, Speaker.
Yeah.